So, NC4XL, North Carolina for Extreme Lovers. And this I'm directing at anybody who wants to be an activator or is an activator, and I am guilty of what I'm going to talk about. And I probably am going to offend some folks, and I apologize. But if you ever hear me get to a point where I forget that this isn't a race when you're activating, this isn't a contest to be the best of the best of the best. This is about going out and having fun and making contacts. I've seen here lately some posts about folks taunting, well, I did it in X number of minutes and I got this. How many people do you remember working? I work hard, yes. I'm guilty of running a lot of folks, but I also paper log. I'm not putting it on a computer. I'm memorizing names as I log them at home. But I want you to understand something. For you new activators, please don't get yourself caught in the trap that you're concerned about how many contacts you got in how many minutes. And I try real hard not to look at minutes when I'm out activating. I look at hours. If I go out and I spend 5 hours and I get 200, or I spend 5 hours and I get 300 or 400, it doesn't really make a difference because I'm not going to break that down to the minute to say, hey, I could do it this fast. That's where the joy and the fun seems for me, not anybody else. I'm not implying, gets a little different, takes the fun out of it. So don't get yourself caught in that trap where you're so concerned about what Joe Blow, Annie Bell, or anybody else is saying. Look what I did in 30 minutes. I got 74 contacts. How many associates or friends did you acquire? How many did you chase away because we make them feel like they're just a notch on a belt? They're not. We're dependent as activators on them. And if you choose to talk with each and every one, that's your activation. You remember that. People don't want to work you. They don't want to wait. Well, they're impatient. That's okay. Let them go. I share this with you because I'm seeing more and more posts where we're bragging how many contacts we made in a length of time. Yes, I share what I do. But it's not a race, and I'm not trying to be better than anybody else. I'm just trying to be me. And I believe in what Parks on the Air has done for the amateur field of operators, given us many different avenues that we can chase, many different methods, whether we're on a compromised antenna, a ham stick, a wire in the tree all the time, a Wolf River coil. It doesn't make a difference. Whatever we want to use or have to. If we want to work CW only, we want to work digital, we want to work AM, we want to work QRP. The modes and methods are ours, our choosing. So as you become an activator, and you don't have to keep up with the Joneses or the DOMs, the Darling Old Mans, or anybody else. It's your fun and your pleasure. So don't get caught in a trap. I even see myself sometimes, and I'll do it, folks. I'll stop my own activation and make some contact with some people and chat a little bit because I feel I'm pushing it the wrong way. And I don't want to jump off the fun side to the old stereo contest mental attitude, and I don't like that. For those of you that have been working me, you're more than a notch on a belt. You're more than a number that I post on Facebook. I tried to make it a fun contact, a reoccurring contact. You're helping me test. And if I offended you, if you've listened this far and I've offended you and you disagree, that's okay as long as we don't become disagreeable. I don't expect anybody to like the way I operate or how I do it. But I do my hobby for me, myself, and I, and us three seem to be in pretty much agreement. I learn from other people, I share it, I try to enjoy it. But you new activators, you're getting ready to go out there, stop, hit the brakes. You don't have to be like anybody else. So please, please, please be yourself, operate in the style you prefer, and don't ever make it a race against yourself to get so many in so many minutes and think that that's the cherry on top. It's not. I can look at many folks and that I have become more of an acquaintance but a friend. And that's the cherry on top of what we do on Parks on the Air. Enjoy yourself. Again, if I've offended people, I'm sorry. But Parks on the Air is not a contest except for one's own self. My rewards will always be you. 73's November Charlie 4X-Ray Lima. NC4XL, the extreme lover I'm not, just Dom. The darling old man. 73, folks. Have fun.